12. Today is a Friday, of course, the 9th of February 2024. It's the weekend. Yes. We've been on your screen from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and today it's Friday. You know, when it comes to Friday, we just want to let it go. We just want to relax. We just want to give you something that will just keep you booming and take you into the weekend. It's Family and Values. Thank you for being our guest on the show this morning. The weekend has started already, and I know some people are preparing for the whole one day. The parties, the celebrations, and of course the great match on Sunday. We'll be here to see all the scores and everything that happens anyway. My name is Joy Abu. Of course, you know we are streaming across all our social media platforms. Please download the Galaxy mobile app so that you can always watch us on the go. And please turn on your notification button so that you know when Family and Values come up. So something happened today. I didn't even plan it, but you know, I wore a touch of yellow and the lorry seated with yellow. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful morning.
Yeah, it is.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yeah, thank God it's Friday. Yeah.
Thank God it's Friday. And our Friday, we have to start preparing for, just like you said, the events that comes with Saturday and Sunday. Sunday, I'm sure many event planners, I hope you'll not be disappointed. I just pray everything will go smoothly for you because I'm not wishing you well. But one thing I know is this: anytime there is a match like that here in Nigeria, it actually affects everything.
It does.
And so your event looks like maybe they're just breathing and breathe out. I must not miss that match. And it's a final. So it's a beautiful morning. Thank God for another day. Thank God for life. Thank God for strength. Thank God for the opportunity that our alarm could sound and we can rise up by the help of the Almighty God. It can only be by His grace. So I hope you're doing fine as a father, as a mother, as a brother, as a sister, sisters out there, and also to our children. My name is Remi Olori Adejoke David. It's good to be here once again.
Yes, so when you walked in and I saw your yellow, I was like, no, we didn't plan to have a touch of yellow. Why are we having this?
I don't know why Joy is taking on my yellow. I just decided
like
to go like you know the Sabi boys. These are our friends. I always use them. I just said today I must show my own trend of, you know, it looks good on you. My daughter was saying, "Mommy, are you using that?" I said, "Yes, I'm going for choir rehearsal." And from there, I'll start from here. So please join me after the program. We need to do some praise and worship and praise the Almighty God as we move into the weekend for the Super Eagles on Sunday. So we're preparing for thanks. Just thank Him all.
We are just thanking God because we know we'll carry the cup by God's grace. And I'll be
and He wash away all our sins.
It's really. So this particular one is like God is just deciding to put that smile on us, like you could just smile.
You know God is God.
Just smile.
We need that smile. We need that relaxed mood. We need that unity that actually, though tribes and tongues may differ, we need to bond. It's been a while.
Yeah.
And irrespective, because God is not man. He always creates an atmosphere for that thing to flood in at the right time, in the right space, for the right set of people He actually wants to reach out to.
I was watching the Super Eagles do their training, and they had a 1 minute silence for all those that lost their life. And unfortunately, in the course of watching the match, so many people, maybe out of anxiety, or that's why we used to talk about health.
Check your BP.
The tension was so high, and at the point I was literally screaming, like I felt like going to the television, like keep up. So I'm sure somehow, somewhere, you heard this person collapsed, and they held 1 minute silence, and our condolence to all the families that lost loved ones in the course of watching the match. Please, as you prepare for the Sunday match, make sure your feet, check your BP, check your sugar level. Just make sure everything around you is doing great.
It's doing great. It's very important, and please make sure you don't have bottles, so that when it's very important. Yes, I have seen a skit whereby a man just carried the baby. Like, He just said, oh, I'm sorry. So please watch what you put around you. Make sure you're in the right state of mind and make sure that things work out.
Yes. Okay, let's go into the business of the day. Yes, today's topic is one that is very interesting. We do not intend to break any table. Our table is going to be very sound, very good. Nobody's going to be on the violent side. We're all going to be on the side of peace.
Yeah.
We'll go on a quick mini feature so that we give you an idea into today's topic as our guest is ready to start the conversation with us. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you've not missed anything as we're about to go into the conversation for today. Yes, the topic for today is healthy relationship. How healthy do you think your relationship is? Of course, to do justice to the topic, we have our guest, a very gentle young man, handsomely seated, cool and calm in the person of Shofela Olajide. He is an entrepreneur, a CEO of SPE Technology, and has a background in mass communication. So, you know, he's also a media person. Welcome to the show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Joy.
Thank
you for having me.
Us
Thank you, Olori. Good to see you live. I mean, I've been watching you on TV. Good to see you in real life. And if I must say this, you guys are doing a wonderful job. I must say that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's so good to have you to join us today.
Thank you for, at least for being, I had to like literally beg him, please come. And he was like, I was like, come.
I'm sure he's going to want to come back again.
Of course, you definitely want to call
You want to come back again.
Yeah, God willing.
Okay, now the topic today says healthy relationship. And from our mini future, we've seen what a healthy relationship should kind of look like. But in your own one or two take, how best can you describe a healthy relationship, a healthy one in your own way?
Okay, thank you very much for having me once again. Healthy relationship, let's just break it down. Healthy relationship is like saying what is healthy food, you know. So in this case we say, okay, what is healthy relationship? Healthy as in fit for human consumption. And of course, relationship, you have something in common. So your whatever you have in common, is it good for or fit for human consumption? That is my own layman of explaining it. I mean, to break it down very well. You know, so that's it. That's my own understanding.
Do you think partners can have an healthy relationship? Is it possible? Can it work to be healthy and, you know, you don't need any third party and all that?
I believe so much. They said 2 is a company, 3 is a crowd.
Yes.
So that's the popular saying. And no matter how you want to look at it, the buck stop at the table of the two parties. You know, of course, nobody's an island. You know, we're born to communicate. We're social animals and what have you. But the fact still remains that the buck stop at your table, the two of you. If you want to make you work, it begins and ends with you. Though I'm not discounting the fact that, of course, you can get advice from, you know, from older person or your parent or whatever, but that should not determine how your relationship go. They don't know where you meet. They don't know where you guys are planning to go. So the buck still stop at the table of the two parties.
Okay, now we're looking at healthy relationship, and we know that there are some signs. There are actually some signs when you're about to start a relationship. Sometimes they'll tell you, look out for how the person behaves, look out for the person's language towards conversations. But now, are there signs that one can look out and say, okay, fine, for the fact that I trust my partner loves me, we are operating that healthy relationship? Are there signs that we could look out for when we are dealing with healthy relationships?
Yeah, of course, they call it red flag, so to say. So red flag to look out for. Yeah, I should think so. But before I go into that, I will just want to emphasize the fact that so many people are coming from so many backgrounds, so many whatever has happened to them in the past and what have you. So most of us bring some things into relationship, you know. And if we're looking for red flag, I must say this: everybody got red flag. Everybody got their shortcomings. That's the truth. I mean, if you want to look at it. So of course, when you know that I can't stick with what my partner, so to say, is doing, and you want to overlook it and say, okay, maybe when I talk with him or when I talk with her, he's going to come around and what have you, you know, those are red flags, of course. And of course, there's some red flags that are so obvious, even that you yourself know, but for the fact that you've been beclouded by maybe love and what have you, you just want to wish it away. And most often than not, you can't wish things away. You have to work it out. So that's just it.
Okay, so you're trying to tell us now that it's possible for partners to maintain a good relationship.
Yes.
How can that happen?
Yeah, like your intro said, I mean, the most important thing is trust, you know, honesty, open communication. It's open communication is even above every other thing. You know, if I'm coming into a relationship and I tell you this is my past, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, I'm trying to heal from this, I'm trying to get away from this, I'm trying to this, I mean, I'm being open with you. But the areas is now depend on my partner to not take advantage of it. That should be when there's a little misunderstanding. That's how you did the previous relationship you had. That's how you did this and that, you know. But I should think that communication is the bedrock of an healthy relationship. That's my take.
Okay, now you said something that open-minded coming. Now people get scared of talking to their partners about their past, especially when they've had issues, previous relationships, and they feel like I told Mr. A my past, and he used it against me, and this happened. I told Mr. C my past, he used it again. So now they get to Mr. D and they decide to be mute. And then they are putting up all the no, I don't want anything, you know, like being more very careful. In the process of being careful, Mr. D now discovers the secret you don't want to talk.
Okay.
How do you handle that situation to make sure that that relationship still remains healthy? And how do you now believe me, like I don't want to tell you because I'm scared of being hurt,
You know.
now I'm being open, I've told you every other thing, but this particular aspect I just didn't want to talk about it.
Thank you very much. Number one, it's not, I mean, you don't jump into a deep relationship in a day. You will have seen some attributes of your partners, you know. That brings me to a book I read some years back that really changed my perspective about relationship so much. The book is titled Why You Act the Way You Do, or Why You Be, is by Tim LaHaye, if I'm right. You know, it talks about, I mean, temperament, you know, the sanguines of this world, the choleric, the phlegmatic of this world. So you need to understand your partner. You know, like a sanguine, he or she is open for a relationship, she's up and doing, she wants to do it, but a typical melancholy, like somebody like me that I know I am, you know, we want to take things in their stride. They want to, you understand? So being open with a sanguine is a win-win. You know, it's a win-win. But for somebody that really wants to take it in the ease or a stride, like a melancholy, he wants to process the information, he wants to do this, he wants to do that, he wants to retain it, he wants to analyze it, he wants to, you know, do so many things. So it is better, I mean, in the initial stage, the first few months or first few weeks, understand who your partner is. You know, when you understand who your partner is, it's easier to know how to handle them. So that's my take on that.
Okay, so now, how do you think you can keep a relationship on the right path going
Forward.
Yeah. Can you point out those things you need to do and how you need to do them, those pointers and explain it to us?
Yeah, like I said, there's no point going to a relationship with somebody that you don't really trust. I mean, for me personally, it's a no, you know. Then communication, we can't overemphasize that, you know, because there will come a time that there will be issues. I mean, we can't rule that out. There will be issues. They're like the popular saying that the mouth and the tongues, they habitate together, but they still quarrels. You know, you must be open to communication. You know, if you are still saying don't let me tell this guy, oh, I mean, I don't know how he will react. I mean, you are postponing the evil day, so to say. So the better you know what's going on, the better for everybody. The earlier you know what's going on, the better for everybody. So that's my take on.
Okay, we are still discussing healthy relationship, and of course we still have our guest here who has given us some tips on how to maintain a healthy relationship. Let's go on our word of marbles, and when we return the conversation continues. Please remember the numbers on the screen are for text messages. Do not call, no one will pick your calls, please. Keep that in mind. Thank you. We're still discussing healthy relationships. Of course, we told you when we started this year that we want everything around you to be healthy, including your marriage, your relationship, your health. Everything in 2024 must be healthy.
Yes.
And we have been having our conversation with our guests. If you missed the first part, so we are going to the second part, which is very interesting one. And I don't want you to miss. Please download the Galaxy mobile app so that you can watch us on the go. Don't miss topics that we are bringing to you. We are stream live across all our social media platforms so that you will get the conversation going. Send in your text messages. Do not call the studio line, please. We will read your messages as soon as we receive them. Thank you. Okay, so back to you now. I wanted to ask, how can now I'm planning to go into a relationship. I've been hot and I'm thinking like, am I fit? If I'm still in that process, how can I start a healthy relationship with the next person I'm going in with?
Hey, well, that's a tough one. There's no rule book to healthy relationship. That just, to me, I mean, that's just it. You know, it's like an open secret, so to say.
Okay.
You know, you go into it, you're expecting this, you are getting that. You know, so but what I feel personally is that go into a relationship with open mind.
Okay.
Number two, go into a relationship with not too much expectations. You know, because sometimes we expect so much from our partner and we were not getting it. We started getting disillusioned and we started getting, discouraged and what have you. You know, so but if your expectations are moderate, if you now get disappointed one way or the other, but I pray we don't get disappointed again. You know, if you now get disappointed one way or the other, you know, you will have known that should be, and there's a way about things that most often than not, what you feel might go right might go wrong. You know, what you feel might go wrong might go right. So they say there's no harm in trying anyway. You know, if you don't try, you don't get it. You know, so if you are going to a relationship, your expectation, there are so many people that they have their mindset about what they want in a relationship. You know, this is what I want, this is what I want, I want a man like this, I want a woman like this, I want him to be doing this, I want her to be doing this. You know, if your expectations are basket full, I mean, you might be disappointed. You know, I pray we are not disappointed anyway. You know, so that's just it. Just go in with an open mind.
You might be disappointed. Sometimes you go in with an open mind and still find yourself and you're like, but at the end of the day, they'll tell you, there's nothing new under the sun.
That's just it. You know, there's nothing new under the sun.
So I want to believe that when we talk about healthy relationship, we also need certain steps that individual will have to take for you to be able to, you know, get to the right path, so that whether you fall to the right, you bounce back. There's shock absorber to help you. Now, who should put more of this shock absorber? Is it the woman or the man? Yeah. You know, I need to ask. Yes, women can take in those who are really keen and ready to make it work. As in many of the female, you know, my female counterpart, they who are ready, that I want this marriage to work, will do that. But do you expect more from the female or from the male, or equally?
Thank you very much. Number one, you have to know that individual made up is psychosocial makeup are different.
Yes.
Some partners they go to a relationship and they feel that it's my hobby that should do this. There's some traditional roles that are in quotes, has been assigned to both genders, but we're in the 21st century. The way our fathers and our mother handle relationship, we can't handle it like that. If you handle it like that, you are going to end up getting hurt, or you are going to end up where you don't want to be. So saying that it is a man or a woman that should bring a particular thing to a relationship might not necessarily work this time around. Why do I say that? Number one, like I said, your psychosocial makeup are different. There are people that they want to be everywhere. There are people that they just want to stay in their lane and do whatever they need to do and whatever. So that takes me to what I said earlier. Understand your partner. If you don't understand your partner, you don't know what area you need to compliment him or her. But by the time you have a bit of understanding of your partner, you now know, okay, he's weak in this side, she is weak in this side, let me come in this side, let me come in that side. So we should now have a stereotype mindset.
Actually, don't just so don't worry. Over to you, Joy.
Okay, so I want to ask this question now. You said something about we are in the 21st century.
Yeah.
And we should not say this row this row belongs to. Now I want to ask, is it right before you go into a relationship to ask your partner, what do you bring to the table? That's number one. And secondly, is it that cooking can you be with a woman who doesn't know how to cook?
Okay.
Those two questions.
Okay. That's a personal question, right?
The second one is personal, but the first one, like, in the 21st century, come on, what do you bring to the table?
Yeah, I think it's not right,
Okay,
from
as a woman.
in our environment, we're Africans, there are some things we hold there, telling a man or a woman that what do you bring to a table might sound insulting, so to say, There are subtle way to go about it, you can what's your ambition, what's this, what's that,
Your subtle way to you are joking the truth. You're actually pointing out the truth in it.
Yeah, you're right, but that's why they say wisdom is principal. You just don't start saying, what are you bringing to the table? To me personally, no, I don't think that's right. There are ways to go about it that at the end of the day, you get what you want. You get the answers that you want. Then going back to your second question,
can you be with a woman who doesn't know how to cook? You know that this one cannot cook, because you're saying at least we should not be like our forefathers.
Yes.
Our forefathers they marry men that know how to cook.
Yeah.
Can you be with somebody who doesn't know how to
But
cook?
do they really know how to cook? Even our forefathers.
Our mothers know
all
how
of
to
them.
cook.
No, not our mothers.
The forefathers.
These days we have men who actually
men who
better than women.
Better than women too, but the women you cannot still beat us. Why?
That's why I'm asking
your mothers,
because that's talking about healthy relationship.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I just want to add to what she said.
All right.
Who doesn't know how to cook? Who is nonchalant about the environment and taking the environment very importantly, cleaning the house, arranging things, and making things well. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Over to you.
Well, there's this thing about ability and being able and being willing. There are people that are able, they know how to cook, but they are not willing to do it. Maybe because of the nature of their work or whatever. You understand?
Yeah.
Then it takes, like they say, it takes two to tango. You just don't come into a relationship or a marriage and say, I can't cook. And again, because of where we are as Africans, there's this stereotyping that a woman should cook or whatever. I know of a friend, he's in overseas anyway, it takes care of the cooking 100%. You know, 100%. You know. I have a friend too. He's in Nigeria. He's not even overseas. You know, what makes that interesting for me is that the wife does not work. She's a sit-at-home mom. The guy will go to work, come back, still come and cook.
Wow.
You know that. Yeah, the man taught me a very good lesson in my life. You know.
Share with us.
You know, there was a time I was having an issue in my relationship. You know, he's a Benin man, and he said, you know the way Benin talks, oh boy, cool down, what did they do you? Maybe also, and I will still come back and cook for my wife. You know, so it depends on individuals. There's no one way approach to it. You know, but me personally, going back to your question,
That's what I want to ask.
it will be tough, but it's not impossible. You know, I do, but you know, it's just the. I do better than that.
Pound.
Life is so easy now. There's a pounding machine. There's a pounding machine that Amala. Of course, those are no problem.
In your spec of I can cook. Now,
Yes.
because we're talking of healthy relationship. What area of food do you know that I can cook? That even if I bring in a woman to the house and she doesn't
I can
cook,
make this
I can
special one
make it
without.
special.
Okay. I will let out a secret here. I have a recipe for stew that I'm sure can win Guinness Book of Records. You know, that's the best I can do in cooking, in stew and whatever. But soup, the egusi, the ogbono of this one, count me out. I can't do it. You know,
That particular soup you're talking
stew
about,
is stew. You know,
stew.
yeah.
What is inside it that is? Yes, what
You know,
the
they said how do they say this?
Techniques of
No. The pudding, the taste of the cooking is in the pudding, or how do they say? Yes, you need to try and see. You know,
Why do
try the Lord and see that the Lord is good.
I don't like it. You know, Yemi Ojo Arumokodu was saying something yesterday. Me, I don't like speculations.
All right.
Bring it, let us see.
When they tell me Joy, she took a bottle or a container of beverage this early morning, I will say no, I don't want to do until I see with my eyes. So next time, please, I think you need to bring that. We are one of the
Okay.
people representing Guinness
Book of Records. Okay. The next time I'm here, I'll promise you that.
By the grace of the Almighty God, I'm here to taste it. What kind of meal can I take it with? Only rice? Can I take it with any other thing? Or what? Just rice or bread?
See, me, when I make my stew, I take it with everything. I can even take it with a pounded yam.
God is hearing us. I want to ask.
Yeah.
Now, healthy relationship. Who should be more? I'll continue to ask this more.
Okay.
Because you were talking about your friend who does all this. I have a friend that the husband, because of the kind of work she does, the husband come, you know, because he's at home, he does business, so he doesn't, the wife will leave home as early as maybe 5:30 in the morning, go into the studio to work. The guy took it upon himself to prepare. Sometimes you have to force her to take something before leaving home. And they just have 2 kids. And they're young girls too. But what I'm saying is this: how committed can this be in a relationship to make it healthy when you have the man who is taking it upon, who is shouldering it without any hassles? You know, how well do you think this will help a healthy relationship? Because the lady, even when she comes back, there's food around her, there's food in the fridge, and she just warm and eats. And this was going on till the husband traveled out of the country. And you have to find that level. Okay, you understand? But what is your advice to mothers grooming young boys and girls in their 16, in their 18, who cannot even make? You can make a special stew, I mean. Who cannot even make, apart from the noodles or the spaghetti or this life where you put all the enchantment. What is your advice?
Yeah, thank you. Number one, thank God that like I said, we can't live our world the way our parents did. You know, our parents, as good as they are, you know, the stereotype that it is women that cook, you know, I mean, majority of our parents, that's what they believe, you know. Men are not meant to cook, you know, you do some tough tasks, so to say, you know. That has been debunked now, and thank you for you 21st century mothers, you know, cooking is not gender based.
Thank you. Are you hearing that?
Yeah, it's not gender based. Like I told you about a friend of mine that cooked, you know, there's another friend of mine, you know, though they relocated from Nigeria. He works in the island, he works at a bank, you know. He will be coming home around 9-10. It is when he's coming back that his wife will still call him, what do you want? You know, he might even say, okay, let me get to Maryland before I decide on what I want to eat. So the wife will be forced to sit out his coming, to wait for him to give him what he wants to. I mean, that's tending to abusive relationship, you know, because I mean, we're made of blood and water. Somebody that left the house 5:30 and is coming back maybe 6, 7, 8, and you still want that to be running after skater to, I mean, to me, that is tending to an abusive relationship, you know, because it's so easy now. You can do various stew, soup, or whatever, and be in the freezer. When the husband or the wife comes in, just take your portion, just warm it and do what you need to do. You know, because like a cosmopolitan city like Lagos, it will be very difficult for you to be expecting your wife to be doing the cooking, even ashores, you know, to be doing the ashores.
It's fresh.
I know. I know.
Fresh as in you are making it fresh. It's not from the freezer.
Yeah, good. Yeah. If number one, if you have the means to sustain that. Number two, what does your wife do? A wife that works from 5 to 8 cannot do a fresh cooking every day. It's not practicable. That's just it. It's not practicable.
Now initially when you were talking, you talked about communication. Now, commitment, we know that it's key to any healthy relationship. If you have a partner who is not what I would say, maybe due to the nature of job, you discover that this person is not committed. I'm not expecting, like you talked about expectation, and you know that this person is the busy bee. So you're saying that commitment is not coming so much from this your partner, but it's coming from you. Would you term that a healthy relationship? Like the man is the one doing the communication, the man is the one doing the calling, the man is the one calling to know how you're doing, and the lady, because of the nature of her job, is on that side of not always, you know, ladies are the ones known for checking up on you, calling you, so the commitment comes more from the, but these days you see that the commitment changes. It's either 50-50 or the man is the one bringing in more. So in that kind of a relationship, would you tell me it's a healthy relationship where the man is the one giving out more of the commitment?
Well, number one, you can't get a 50-50, you know. It's now where the balance tilts will depend on so many things, you know. If you're looking for 50-50, there might be a problem, you know. So you just, like they say, take your cross and move with it, you know. Number one, if a man is the one doing all the making more commitment and whatever, or the woman is the one making more commitment, or you need to just let your partner know how you feel in a way that you know you can communicate. Oh my dear, I'm dying of work, oh please help me do this, you know. Oh my dear, this thing is killing me, please can you help out, you know. But even at that, there are some people that will still feel, what are you saying, you know. I, like men, I provide the money, I do this, so what are you telling me again, you know. You should do that, that's your job. My own is to provide, your own is to, you know. But like I said, it takes understanding. It takes on. There is no playbook to this thing that we're talking about.
There's no playbook to it. I finally want to put this through to you because we are really working on time. Will you consider a relationship whereby the husband comes home late and maybe they've started together on the notes that we eat together, we take our dinner together, and the wife has been so expectant 1 year after, 2 years after, 3 years after, the man started coming late from work. It's not that he's committing any form of infidelity or engaging anything out of the wedlock, but the kind of work he does. How do you think we can work together, a healthy relationship in that, to avoid unhealthy relationship?
Okay. We are talking about eating together,
Yes. We have always been doing, and suddenly Joy just will not come on time. And I will not want to eat late. You understand? So
there is no point in dying in silence. If you feel that this is not working, I mean, it's something you have to discuss with your partner, because if you keep postponing the evil day, you are just building up tension, and before you know it will blow in your face. For me personally, I don't eat after 8. It will be difficult for me to now wait for a partner that will come around 10 before I eat. It will be difficult. That's just the truth. But if we agree that we want to be eating together, we are, how do I say it? We are reasonable enough to know that if my partner eats late, it affects him or her. Then I should not expect him or her to wait for me to eat late. I mean, we just have to use our...
That means people can do breakfast together, lunch together.
The other things, you can always find a way around it.
Okay, so please, before we let you go, give us your 1 or 2 advice to people who are about entering into relationships, so that they'll know that, yes, I think this is what makes healthy, this is what makes unhealthy. 1 or 2 advice for
in 60 seconds.
All right, number 1, there's no point going to a relationship with somebody you don't really trust. Number 2, communication. Number 3, do not go into a relationship with too much expectations. I think I'll stop there.
Thank you very much for joining us this morning. I think I had a wonderful Friday to start.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So please join me for the praise and worship rehearsal. And you can join me, you can call me, or join my social media handle at Olori Adejoke at B David on Facebook, or my Instagram page at Olori Alajoke. Olori, just with ALLAJORKEH, and you see me on Instagram. And on that note, I want to wish you the very best. I want to see you on Monday with so much vibe. And we have the call coming down to Nigeria. So, don't go anywhere. We'll see you on Monday. My name is Remy Adejoke. Bye for now.
Okay, I'm always excited when it's Friday, because I know that at least I have a few days to rest before waking up and hitting the traffic. My social media handle is Joy Abu, across all my social media handle, Instagram, Facebook, it's just used as Joy Abu Official. You just see me smiling on your faces. I hope you enjoyed your time and you learned. Yes, do not go into relationship with so much of expectations, and like our guests have said, do not go into a relationship with someone you do not trust. Once you start having 1 or 2 sentiments about this person, please take time out. Don't rush your relationship, so that you don't end up having stories that touches the heart. My name is Joy Abu. We'll see you on Monday when we'll be celebrating the victory of the Super Eagles. Yes. Do have a wonderful weekend.
Bye for now.
Bye.